Our fourth innovator to present tonight will be Safe City Academy. We actually have two presenters. We have co-innovators for Safe City Academy tonight. So first you'll hear from Greg Hill and then Emmett Folgert. Safe City Academy is a program of the Dorchester Youth Collaborative, and it is on the Youth Violence Prevention through Workforce Development track. And this track has been sponsored by the State Street Foundation. Emmett Folgert founded Dorchester Youth Collaborative in 1981. He has a master's degree in human social services and advanced clinical supervision and has been a leader in working with high-risk adolescents for over 30 years. On April 4th, 2012, as part of the National Forum on Youth Violence Prevention, the White House honored Emmett as one of 12 leaders nationally who is working effectively to prevent youth violence. Safe City Academy Program Manager Greg Hill worked previously as a community field coordinator for the Boston Public Schools, where his work focused on truant students and their families. In addition to his role at Safe City Academy, Greg leads a mentorship program at the Burke High School in Dorchester, and he brings valuable frontline experience working with his students to his role at Safe City. Greg will begin, and then Emmett will conclude the presentation.
75% of all crime are committed by school dropouts. I'm going to say that again. Dropouts commit 75% of all crime. In the neighborhoods we work, the dropout rate is twice Boston's rate. And some kids don't even make it to high school. They drop out before. And when you drop out, you're not eligible for 90% of the jobs. So crime, drugs, and violence often fills a void left by lack of education and employment. There are also human costs, as well as financial costs. The loss of safety and hope. Every dropout can cost society up to $467,000. Safe City Academy is a program of the Dorchester Youth Collaborative. Our other programs include sports, performing arts, and the Youth Drop-In Safe Haven. Young people come to the center to find food, friendship, and safety. Many call us their second home. To some, we're like a first home. 3 years ago, Emmett and I noticed 16 and 20-year-old dropouts coming to our center. They couldn't even reach the bottom rung of the ladder of self-sufficiency. They were beaten, they were broken, and they were desperate. They didn't meet the academic or work requirements for some other programs. There was no pathways for them to re-enter education or to find employment. So we created one, Safe City Academy. At Safe City Academy, we focus on what we call the triple risk youth. Their first risk, they're unemployed and out of school. Second, they have relatives either in jail or in active gangs. Third, they live in the violent crime hotspots, the 5% of the area of Boston where 85% of all of the crime occurs. Over time, there's a 100% likelihood that the triple risk youth will either be a victim or witness violence and recruited by gangs. Research shows a long-term caring relationship with an adult is the best predictor of success for a youth. Our mentoring helps the triple risk youth deal with the traumas and the problems that they experience. We meet these students where they're at and we give them what they need. At Safe City, young people grow from being dropouts to successful students. From neighborhood threats to community builders. From unemployable to competent workers. And here's how we do it. We start with mentoring. Building a relationship is very important. We understand these young people and they trust us. Education. Each student is given an individualized curriculum. Classes meet from 5 to 8 p.m. daily. We also eliminate barriers. When you get a scholarship to Harvard, they make sure you can get there and you can eat. We provide MBTA fares as well as lunch money. We also require workshops in life and health literacy. We provide driver's ed and other soft skills necessary for employment. And when we have contracts, our students work. Most recently, they maintain the exterior of some foreclosed properties throughout the city. Community service, such as assisting seniors with storm cleanup, changes the way others view Safe City youth. but more importantly, the way they view themselves.
What we do is aligned with the research. It's evidence-based. It's what works. Our rolling enrollment allows youth to come into the school when they're ready and to return if they fall away. See, once you're a Safe City student, you're always a Safe City student. And our students stay. Last year, we worked with 50 youth. 71% advanced their education and improved their work skills. And 74% said that they were better able to stay away from violence and they felt safer. That's 3 out of 4. That's a difference that saves lives. Safe City is also a sound financial investment. The most common alternative is jail. That costs $73,000 a year. Our cost is only $4,500. We're ready to expand to meet the demands of the community. Our goals are to grow and work with 75 triple-risk youth each year, to cultivate new donors, that would be you, to build new partnerships so we can have more work internships. Our investment need for the upcoming 2 years is $400,000. That will go for more mentors, teachers, Kamal's out there somewhere, work study pay, and scholarships. Casimiro, this is personal. 14-year-old boy came from a violent hotspot neighborhood that this guy talks about. He was looking for safe haven. He said, one day, all the little nothings I had got robbed from me. They even went for my dignity. I had to walk home in socked feet. He dropped out. For a while, all he had was his breakdance friends, DYC, and his mentors at the Dorchester Youth Collaborative. We wore him down. Greg and I wore him down. We got him into the Safe City Academy. Kamal out there took him under his wing. He worked hard, he graduated. He works at State Street Bank right now. Don't worry about me, that's what he says now. Don't worry about me. I've got what you've got. I got a 401k. I got a future. He says, I'm gonna join you to help the kids I used to be. I'm glad he's not here, I'd probably cry up and look at him. This guy's really doing good. You know, we're ready. We've proven that we can work with triple risk youth. The Dorchester Youth Collaborative has for over 30 years. But what about right now? Can you work with us to use Safe City Academy as a way to help the broken, the beaten, the most desperate youth climb that ladder of self-sufficiency? Casimiro again. One day we're unemployed dropouts. The next day we're students and workers building our community. Thank you so much for coming today.